Yeah. Yeah. All right. Let's discuss something that's a little off topic, but let's talk about money and talk about finances. Now, listen, you worked on a job for years, okay? You and Dwight have a nice place to live. I've never seen you standing with your hand out hungry. I mean, you've been out there. So there's some things in your mind when you talk about being able to be financially stable in your life, in your not just in your marriage, but in your
Right.
life. There's things that you do. When we talk about advice that you could give people to be financially stable in their life.
Again, hard
I'm not
work.
talking about being
hard
rich. I'm just
work.
being
Yeah.
stable.
Oh, the working man's never going to be rich.
Right.
We can be comfortable, but these cold, rainy days, oh my, this bed feels so good. I don't think I'm going to get out today.
Right.
Those days do not make you money, and
Yeah.
those days don't get you ahead in life. You
Right.
get out of that bed and you go to work.
Mm-hmm.
That's my. I mean, you just work.
Yeah.
Even with the horses, everything revolves around work.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's your life, your job, at work, at my retirement job. I had customers that wanted to see me because I knew I'd get the job done for them.
Right. Yeah.
I would go the extra step.
Yeah. Yeah.
So my daddy, I can't talk about daddy without crying.
All right. I understand.
But hard work.
That's exactly. Yeah. And I think half the battle is, people work for me. I always tell them half the battle is just show up. First thing is show
That's
up.
what I'm saying. That I'm not saying that these cold, rainy, snowy days.
Right.
I would love to stay in the house.
Yeah.
But you know what? The electric's going to get cut off. It's not going to be as warm as it was with that electric's off. So you get out and hustle and make that payment.
Right.
But I was privileged. I hate to think that I was ever entitled, but now with the property that my house and barn sits on, my dad gave to me.
Right.
And that's a huge dad and mom.
Yeah.
Without mom and dad, I would be.
Good. But they didn't. But it wasn't a handout. It was help up. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean. And I never, with my children, I never minded. There's two things I always told them. I said, first thing is, I don't mind helping you as long as you're not a smart aleck or a hind end. Now, if you're a hind end to me, I'm going to still love you, but I'm going to keep my money in my pocket.
If I was sitting here right now and I was being smart to somebody, or my dad could give me a look, and I'd shut up. I'd shut up. I knew I'd never step my bounds. Respect.
Yeah, I think when you think about that in our life, one of the things that we're born with it, and I believe that your blood is so important. It's like in a horse, man. That's why we got horse papers and things like that. We look at the heritage. When you think back in your family, I mean, what was put in you, and it's not just things.
And you got to have enough respect about you that you. I wanted to work hard because it was a reflection on Daddy.
Exactly.
You can't believe people come in the office. Oh, I knew your dad. He was such a hard worker.
Right.
I took pride in it.
See, ain't that great? I mean, I think about when my dad passed away, even 2 years ago, and people, I know he's missed all over the town that we were in. Every day he would get up and go to town, and I think about it, and that's important heritage. I mean, it's something
you don't want to do nothing to embarrass them.
That's exactly.
No.
That's exactly, and I think sometimes that's. And it's not just the generation, but there's some things missing in some people, and it's always been that way. But there's some things that are missing as far as really doing that thing.